My name is Travis Curl, and I am the GL manager at the Hyatt Shared Service Center in Moore, Oklahoma. I am also the Blackline admin for our main instance, which houses all of our recons and tasks. I have been with Hyatt for 12 years, and I look forward to sharing how we utilize Blackline within a shared service environment. Let's look at the 4 ways Hyatt has revolutionized R2R. So I will touch base on each of these individually. The first is it has streamlined audit to a non-process for us. The second is that we have developed real-time visibility. Third is auto certification. And lastly is the maximization of data. So how have we streamlined audit to a non-process? So we have audits going on all year for all of our hotels throughout the year, and many going on at or right after year end. So Blackline has given us the ability to set up our external auditors in the system with read-only access to the specific entity or business unit that's currently being audited. One great thing about this option is that the auditor can only see completed recs that have gone through the full approval cycle, so they won't be able to see incomplete recs. And then from their selected recs, they can pull all the needed backup directly from the recs, which saves us the back and forth pulling the requested backup. When our hotels are under audit, they'll just open an internal ticket to provide temporary access for the dates of the audit. We also give access to our internal audit team year round, so they can pull what is needed at any time. So internal audit access in Blackline will allow you to assign certain recs. So they are only to see those specific recs that are assigned to them. The auditor access role will also allow them to pull select reports. So one of the reports our auditors will pull is the user access report and the certification log for both recs and tasks. So many times for tasks, they will want to make sure that the correct parties are signing off on financials and not another member of their team. And if auditors only have a select few recs that they want to view and you don't want them to have access to Blackline, then some hotels will use the email functionality to send the completed recon with all documentations directly to the auditor's email address. So this is an option at the top of the rec where you can just email directly. So now let's look at how we developed real-time visibility. The ability to track the close process has been a big win, especially for our shared services team, our corporate team, and our regional directors. This also provides us metrics on hotels that have been constantly late on sign-off or hotels who are struggling. It offers us the ability to gain insight and data we didn't have before in real time. We are also able to add policies and procedures to the settings of each rec. So this is especially useful for outside auditors and new staff who might not be familiar with how a certain account works or needs to be reconciled. And then we can also list out outside references if the user needs to gain additional insights. We will list out what documentation is required and how to display the reconciliation. There are also real-time reports and dashboards we use to give us insight on the progress throughout the month. So as we have certain deadlines in place, these dashboards give us real-time analytics to address any issues or concerns we may have instantly to get ahead of the delay or problem before we actually get to month end. And then lastly, having a common platform across regions has been a game changer, especially for the shared services. This gives us the bigger picture and provides us with more details to make business-related decisions. So the next topic I will discuss, which is my personal favorite, and that is auto certification. For our hotels, the threshold is set at 0. So even if there is a penny variance, the recon will not qualify for auto certification. We have additional limits set for corporate, but our hotels are set at 0. So to start, we have recs automatically certify if they have a 0 balance with no activity. We have rules set up that will automatically assign the correct template to each rec based on the parameters set up in the rules on import. So we interface the subledger balances directly from our ERP systems for AP, AR, and fixed assets. So in turn, those recs will auto-certify for an account when the imported GL balance and the imported subledger balance are equal with no variance. So the next rule is mainly just used by corporate, but we bring in the bank balances, and if those bank balances match the GL balance loaded, then those will auto-certify as well. The next rule we have set up is for uneditable items that we load. We interface in our guest and deposit ledger details, our income journal tax items, and our unclaimed property. So these items are identified as uneditable and cannot be adjusted. So if the total balance of those items match the GL balance, then those recs will auto-certify for us. So the next rule we utilize is intercompany grouping. This option applies only to account groups that use the intercompany group option, and the unidentified difference does not exceed the auto certification threshold. We use intercompany a lot between our hotels, so this rule has really helped increase our auto certification rates. And then the next one is amortized prepaids. This rule permits auto certification of accounts with amortizable items. We will set up schedules for our prepaids, and if no items were opened or closed in the period, then those will auto-certify. This option enables accounts to auto-certify when the GL balance changes monthly with the amortized schedule. And then the last rule is the use of ZBAs. This option applies only to accounts that use the option of zero balance accounts in the settings. For us, this is a lot of our clearing accounts with in and outs that should be zero at the end of each month. You also have the ability to turn off these rules and remove certain accounts from auto certification if needed. But the main benefit of auto certifications is that it has reduced processing time as well as audit costs by maintaining availability of supporting documentation. So now let's look at how we have maximized data. So there are several reports that we use on a monthly basis that we provide to other parties in the organization outside of the normal Blackline users. So for example, we provide reporting on our credit card accounts to our credit card teams so they can see outstanding amounts per property. We use the standard reporting a lot, but we really like the enhanced reporting, where we're able to create filters to pull the data we would like to see. For example, we were able to build out a rejection report that shows the rejections by entity and by user. So from an analysis standpoint, this provides us with intel on who may be struggling or areas of opportunity for us to grow in our efficiencies and in our training. So again, the reporting and dashboards give us a real-time snapshot of where everything is at in the process, which benefits us in both the reliability of the data and areas where we can improve. So to maximize return on investment, we must bridge the gap between our automation use and those uncovered efficiency gains. So it's vital that organizations treat high-risk balance sheet accounts in order to minimize risk for the organization while meeting close deadlines. Hyatt has been able to maximize our return on investment through the use of automation, processing time, standardization, accuracy, and visibility. So how do we measure success? First, the use of Blackline has nearly eliminated the need to pull data for auditors, in which we estimated a savings of 700 hours a year. We have an improved close process in which we are able to track across all platforms. The time savings and accuracy of our close process and reconciliations has drastically improved, and the ability to have everything in real time has increased our visibility and efficiencies throughout the organization. So ultimately, this has allowed hotels to focus on customers rather than accounting. So what are our future plans? There are still several ways that we can increase efficiencies and processes with Blackline. First, we look to implement the Oracle connector to eliminate the FTP process of our data. We also plan to utilize the matching tool and automated journals. So there's a lot of room for us to grow with automation within Blackline, and we're excited to see what we can automate going forward.